Yes. Yes.
But like the comparison, like with me and some of the other guys.
So that'd be something neat to see, the Howard Centers at
The Pirates playing in Williams.
Welcome back for the third period. Now, again, with Super Bowl around the corner, what's the best way to do a Super Bowl? Food. Cannot go wrong with food. There's always good food at a Super Bowl party. I mean, of course, you have your normal chips and salsa. What was that?
Sometimes, not all the time.
Depending who you go to.
Sometimes people leave the wings on the counter and the dog eats them before you can get to them.
That's never good. I tell you experienced that one.
At your house. An old friend of ours, his mom made wings to bring with.
I'm trying to remember what dog did that, because I don't remember Angel or Duke doing that.
Angel did it.
No, I know Angel had deer meat off the counter. Dad he was not happy. And the sad part is, when Angel had that deer meat, it did not hurt her one bit. Angel was a rescue and got up on the counter. But no, I don't remember the wings.
He brought barbecue wings. They were in like a glass pan. Like they were put in the oven,
Yeah.
And
I don't remember that.
One of us went up to get them, and they were on the thing was on the floor, and there were no wings or bones to be found, and we deduced that it was Angel who knocked it down and ate them all.
I don't remember that.
Wow, I'm impressed you don't, because that's...
Yeah, because I know Angel had the deer meat, but I thought she would be sick from that, but she wasn't.
We thought we were watching her the rest of the night to make sure she was okay, because she ate the wings bone. They were barbecue wings, and she ate them, the whole thing, bones and all.
Yeah, I don't remember that.
God, that dog could catch a chip from any direction.
Yeah, she used to catch a chip from behind her. I used to throw it over her head, and she'd catch it from behind.
She was blind and still catching chips. That dog had sonar for catching chips.
Well, like I said, she was a rescue, and before we got her, the people who we rescued her from, they gave her 6 hot dogs off the table.
Jesus. She was such a sweet dog.
Oh, she was a fantastic dog.
She was a great dog.
I mean, she was fantastic. I am glad we did rescue. I'm glad we had the opportunity to rescue her.
She was an awesome pup. She really was.
Yes, she was. Yes, she was. I mean, yeah, I used to sit behind her and throw chips over her head, and she'd catch them.
She was good.
Yeah, especially when it was time to wake up, she'd bang on the door. So that was her way of knocking. But anywho.
Yeah.
Nah, you can always go for wings at a Super Bowl. Chips, salsa, normally the biggest things. But what you got here for your Super Bowl?
Well, I said because we did this back on episode 13, and my answers then would have been the same today, so I had to do something different. And I think then I had wings and sliders, and there was a third one, and I can't think of it now. But I said for this one specifically, I think you got to do cheesesteaks this year, or you should do like some kind of barbecue, a brisket, pork roast of some kind, and hit it with a sweet and smoky Kansas City sauce. Let's stay on topic here. Let's do cheesesteaks for Philly, do Kansas City barbecue for Kansas City. To
me, that'd be perfect for people who are they have no skin in the game.
Yeah.
And just kind of go with the theme. Like have cheesesteaks on one side, let's say barbecue wing, let's say the wings, with the KC sauce, or like you said, pulled pork, stuff like that. Yeah, dude, that'd be perfect.
I mean, for me, we just did cheesesteaks a week or two ago with fresh sliced ribeye, and they were freaking amazing. So I will tell everyone listening this now. One, if you're going to do a cheesesteak, and Chase U on TikTok will back me up on this. You don't need to...
on this episode, cooking with Jason.
No, because my statements might be controversial to some people. Keep it simple. steak, onions, hit it with either a Cooper Sharp if it's available where you live, or just a plain American cheese or a Cheese Whiz. You can get away with a provolone or a smoked provolone. I wouldn't go too far outside those cheeses, but just keep it simple. Onions, steak, cheese. You don't need a sauce, you don't need peppers, you don't need mushrooms, and you need a good bun. Don't get one of these made in a factory, freaking hot dog style sub rolls. You need a good fresh made sub roll that can handle what you're putting in the roll.
Now, toasted or not toasted?
The roll?
Like do you open the roll and put it on to toast the inside? Because I've seen that. I have seen people do that.
Yeah, you can do it. I mean, the purpose of doing it is just to create a bit of a barrier to make sure that the fat, the grease doesn't drip through all the way. But if you have a good sturdy bun, you shouldn't have that issue anyway. Like, I know you probably have seen them at Boyer's where we live. We get the Omarosa's rolls from Philly at Boyer's. You get the sub rolls. I'll pay the $6 for those because I know I'm getting a good roll. It's a sturdy roll, but it's still light.
You pay for quality.
And it's going to soak that stuff up and not fall apart. That's what you want. You want a good melty, and not melty in like a stringy kind of way like a mozzarella. You want a good melty cheese that's going to kind of have a velvety texture like a Cooper Sharp, like a white American or even a provolone, because it's going to kind of melt into the steak and kind of congeal and give you that salty flavor added on to the steak because it all complements each other. Whiz does that faster.
Do you want to have like a Tinder profile of your cheesesteak here? I mean, kind of the way you're talking.
Making a cheesesteak is an art.
Yeah. For you, I think it's more than an art. Unless you're going to name it art.
No. It's a simple sandwich, but you got to make it the right way to get it perfect. And if I didn't have to freaking sand my griddle down outside, I'd make them on the griddle where I can.
Yeah, I got to redo mine.
Man, I know, and I'm dreading it. You got the smoker. You could do a pulled pork or a brisket with some Kansas City barbecue sauce.
Well, the brisket, I don't know. I want to do a brisket. I just everything
the price,
that
isn't.
Yes, that's one of the biggest things, and two, to mess it up with that price. Because I think a brisket is almost $70, $70.
I've never priced one because
I've seen them at the local Walmart, and it's like $65, $70. And
would you do?
And for me, it's too much of a risk for a science experiment.
Would you do the hot dog burnt ends in the Kansas City sauce?
Yes. Now, what Jason is referring to is he wants me to make these because I can see it in his face.
I assume when we have our game night, I'll bring something, you'll have something, and we'll just be big fat pigs the whole night while we play hits.
Well, not just that, fight night too. I mean,
Oh, I know Dave's ready. Dave wants to try those in the worst way.
Well, funny enough, Kylie loves them.
That's what you were saying last time.
She's requesting for me to make those again. That's how much she likes them. She's requesting that.
Well, you only got a few more years to tell these stories about the girls before they're embarrassed that you're telling these stories about the girls.
Oh, I'll still tell them just to embarrass the hell out of them. That's the whole point of being a dad, isn't it? Right?
Right.
Pick them up from school in the most embarrassing outfit.
Oh, I can see you doing that. Dressed like Eddie from freaking Vacation.
Sugar spool. But no, the hot dog burnt ends are the easiest thing to make, and I honestly think you do not need a smoker for them. I honestly think that because I used a smoker for them, and I did not get a lot of the smoky flavor from it. I did not get a lot of the. I think I used hickory. I did not get that taste. I didn't get that what I would thought I was going to get. Like when
Yeah.
I used to do barbecue chicken thighs or the other stuff I make, I got that smoky flavor behind it. I didn't with this. Another friend of mine, he lives up the road from me, he did the same thing. He tried it. And he said the same thing. You didn't get that smoky flavor. You didn't get that smokiness when you used it.
I got a question for you.
So my thought is, once you do the salt, once you put the rub on your dog, sounds all right. Come on, Jason. Opened up there.
No, continue.
No. Now, what were you going to say? Go ahead. Sorry.
No, I did have a question for you, but continue.
But you got to lather your dog up. I used honey mustard. You see the look on Jason's face right now because I'm giving him just so many opportunities here.
No, I'm being respectful. We're talking about food. It's a different topic.
I use a Weber Savory Barbecue rub. I do have a Kansas City barbecue rub, which is actually I find good on ribs. That I did do in a smoker.
I think that is kind of the specialty. So,
but still, I don't know. You can go either way, depending on which one. Because I find the KC a little more tangier than the savory barbecue. But I think doing them in like a regular pan in the oven will be just fine. Because like I said, you don't get the smoke. I didn't get the smokiness when I put them in the smoker.
Yeah.
And plus, my smoker only goes up to I think 275. Where for the final result with these, you need to get like the 350, 375.
Gotcha.
But all you do is this once the seasoning's cooked onto the hot dog, just cut them into like the inch pieces. Throw your favorite barbecue sauce in. Throw some brown sugar. Throw some butter. Pop it in the oven. Give it a stir every few minutes. Boom. And that sauce, I was using that sauce for everything.
And you were talking about me with the cheesesteak. I didn't make that sound with the cheesesteak that you made about the sauce with the freaking hot dog burnt
sauce.
You like filled the cup there.
It's full.
That's another deep reference. I'll be impressed if anyone gets that one.
Oh, that's funny. But no, I don't know. I think you sent me a link for the hot dog burn ends. I've seen it once before, but I just finally made them.
And it was video for it. Is that what it was?
Yeah. You sent me a video. Now, I don't know. I'm thinking about using the same hot dogs as I did before because it's going to sound funny. A bigger hot dog.
Continue.
Sam's Club has quarter-pound hot dogs, and that's what I used. So, size matters. But those would be great for a Super Bowl.
Yeah, they would. I wanted to ask you this: have you ever thought about smoking cheese?
I thought about it, but I don't know how I would go about not. I don't know. I just don't know how I would go about doing it.
The reason I thought about is my old coworker. He's from Pottsville. He used to bring in smoked cheese that his buddy would make, and it was always very good.
I heard it could go either way. I heard it could be very good, and I heard it could just go wrong.
He always brought in smoked Cooper Sharp.
Oh, that's, I guess, what you got to use. I guess this is all depending on the cheese that you want to try, because if you try something like a lighter cheese, it's going to maybe burn right away, or...
Yeah, you'd have to figure out the logistics of doing it.
You got textures and everything.
The only thing, if I had a smoker that I wouldn't do, and I would love to have a smoker. I see it online. I don't think I could smoke a freaking log of bologna.
Damn you bastard.
I think that's too
Honestly,
far.
you know what? I could probably go out, get a ring of bologna, and maybe throw
No,
some.
I'm talking like a full size like German bologna that you get
Oh,
from the deli. I feel like
ooh.
that might be just a little too much for me. I like German bologna. I like smoked meats, but I don't know if I want to combine those two.
You know what I was also thinking of with the hot dog burn ends? Doing kibasi,
Well, I think that would work.
doing that.
But at
I
that
don't know if
point,
I would.
why don't
I
you
don't
just
know
go
if I
all
would
out
use.
and smoke a kibasi loaf?
Oh, those damn things. I do have one in my freezer. Yes, I do. I do have one in my freezer.
You know what I had in my freezer that I just got out this week to use for a breakfast scramble? Jamie's mom's husband at Christmas gave us two things of bacon that he smoked on his
Oh, I
smoker.
remember you telling me about that. I remember you telling me about that one.
One, it's absolutely fantastic, but one was sliced up and the other one was a slab. And I broke out the slab and I cut some and I diced it. And instead of having ham or spam or sausage in my scramble, I had diced up bacon in my scramble. And then that's the say, that fat is what I did the onions and the peppers and the
Of course.
potatoes in. Oh, it was freaking great, but I was dead to rights for most of the day. Um,
Hey,
I
at least it was good though.
I remember I sent my friend Mike from the Randy's pod a message, and I said, "If I die, speak well of me today." Because I sent him a picture of it because he always sends me a picture of his breakfast, and I'm like, I gotta share what this is because this is freaking amazing.
Yeah, this morning I just did the Miller's hot bologna.
Yeah, I saw what you freaking had for breakfast. I'm amazed that you're walking right now.
What? Miller's hot bologna with scrambled eggs, cheese, and topped with salsa.
Yeah, I'm amazed you're walking right now. I'm amazed you're not on the toilet right
It was good.
now.
And actually, it'd be another good for a Super Bowl party, a taco bar.
Yeah, taco bars work.
Yeah, because I know I had chicken thighs I cut up, or cooked them in some butter, chopped them up, threw them back in the pan with some taco seasoning, and the kids loved them. Hell, if the kids love them, I think anybody's going to love them at that point, because you know how kids are.
Yeah, last week we did a nacho bar for our
Ooh,
dinner on Saturday night,
there you go.
which is the same concept as a taco bar. It's just you're putting
Yeah.
them on chips instead of taco
Well,
shells.
how many times did we do the beef barbecue over at my parents' house when we played hits, and we'd always put them over tortilla chips.
Yeah,
Yeah, we
and
would
that's
do
all this
that.
was. It was ground
Yeah,
beef and taco seasoning, black beans. Jamie made cowboy caviar.
it
Uh,
just seems like it always goes back to hits.
we spent. I mean, we've played all three versions.
Yeah,
Um, Hits Pro's my least favorite. It is. It's too much like a regular hockey game. It lost some of the charm. Um, which I got to be honest, those midway games wouldn't be the same without the dude doing the play by play. Which
oh,
I
he's
need to send him a
fantastic.
message to get him on the show.
Oh, that'd be fantastic. Oh my goodness, that'd be great.
Because here's the thing, I searched him on YouTube, and he does shows on YouTube that have far less views than we have. So I feel like we could get him.
That'd be cool. That would be
Now,
because his voice for the commentary was awesome.
would you ask him to
Oh,
say
here we go.
Pecker gets it off?
Oh, the fact that we had every player named Pecker on the
Not
team.
we. I came into that situation. You already had the team created.
Like you said anything to say, no, we shouldn't do that. No.
But it was
Here
already
you are
created by that
peeing.
point. I wasn't involved in the creation of the team.
You were laughing your ass off at it.
We all were. We were in your room playing it on the PS2 because your brother was with, and he was cracking up.
I think everybody was cracking up when they started hearing it because of how hilarious it sounded.
I forget, did they have him on Blitz the League? Because we both played that.
I can't
Or
remember.
did they have a different guy for Blitz the League?
Either way, it was hilarious as hell.
That guy, I mean, he did all their sports games. He did NBA Jam. He did all of those. He did Blitz. He did Hits. I think he did Slugfest and Red Card.
Did he do NHL 2-on-2? That open ice arcade game?
If they had a play-by-play guy, it was probably him because he did all their other stuff.
I used to play the game all the time.
Because he's the guy in NBA Jam that yells "Boom Shakalaka" and he's on fire. And
yeah, if we could get him, that'd be awesome.
yeah, we might have to work on that.
Yeah. But yeah, no, Taco Bar would definitely be good for a Super Bowl party.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Taco bars are great. I mean, and you can do so much with it. You can have the tacos. You can have the chips.
I'm hungry for tacos.
We always we make queso. We do all kinds of stuff we make.
I got queso downstairs. I might put that on my eggs. Oh, I might make eggs tomorrow again and put that on it.
See, we do. I mean, sometimes I'll buy the jarred queso like in the dip aisle.
I have hot bologna
we'll
as well,
get,
so I can add those together.
We'll get Velveeta or the queso blanco Velveeta, and then we'll get 2 cans of chilies, diced chilies, and we'll dump them in and let it get all melty and do queso that way.
Oh yeah, we've done that. You definitely can't go wrong with queso. For sure, definitely can't go wrong with that.
Wings are so damn expensive. I don't know if I'd even want to do wings for Super Bowl this year.
Yeah, wings are insanely expensive. I mean, hell, a dozen wings, depending where you go, is like $15.
That hurts.
Yeah, where you could used to get them for like a dozen for like what, $7,
$8? Yeah.
How many times did we go up to?
Well, yeah, your dad would buy like 6 dozen wings, and it'd be like $30.
Mm-hmm. Now you spend
and I think half that was just
wings,
because
it's a
we were
mortgage.
regular customers.
You know, the sad part is you buy 30 wings now, it's like taking out a mortgage.
Well, the pizza place we both like, they're doing a Super Bowl special, 50 wings for $50.
Oh. Where's that at?
Scotto's.
Are they doing that?
Yeah, their Super Bowl specials were already posted and they're taking orders.
Yeah.
They're doing 12 wings, large pie, and garlic knots for like 30 some bucks. And then they're doing 2-foot subs and 28-inch pizzas.
That's a pretty small pizza.
They need 24 hours just for regular orders of that. They need 24 hours notice.
I think for Super Bowl though, because I know Holly normally gets like a bag of meatballs and just throw them in. Well, yeah, meatballs are always a good one for.
Yeah, you can't go wrong subs. With either meatball subs or meatballs and barbecue sauce, little smokies.
Yeah. So like how many times I made? Well, last time you were over for
last fight night, you did fight night, meatball subs and little smokies.
Yep. And then next, it's gonna be those hot dog burn ends, since you want to try them. Apparently, Dave's so eager to try them.
He wants to try them in the worst way. He's like, let me know, man. I'm coming. I'm not gonna eat the rest of the day. He had a picnic that day. Did not eat at the picnic. It was for his wife's birthday and his daughter's birthday. Did not eat because he knew he was getting little smokies and meatball subs at your house that night.
Doesn't he know it? Like they're just that simple, or what?
That's just what he likes. Okay. He likes that kind of. He likes party food.
That definitely is a party food.
Because I said to him, I go, dude, I'm sorry. I was bullshitting with his dad half the time at the party. And I'm like, hey, I'm sorry I didn't get to eat anything. He's like, that's all right. I didn't eat anything either because I knew we were having little smokies and meatball subs at your buddy's house.
And the sad part is, I think, and a large majority of all that went too.
Well, that's what you want. I don't want
absolutely.
leftovers.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, yeah, absolutely. I mean, you definitely don't, well, hell, think about this. If you have leftovers, then stuff's, either you made too much or it's not the best.
You know what's underrated for Super Bowl? And it's something we used to do in the office because we'd have a Super Bowl party in the office. Soup.
Well, chili.
Chili. Can't go wrong with a good chicken corn or chicken noodle soup.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure.
I mean, there's all kinds of things you can do. I mean, I've seen people post that they're going to do lasagna or
chili dogs.
Yeah. Oh, can't go wrong with that either.
Ooh. Well, the one time we had people over and made hot dogs and chili, and I was like, Now, it wasn't intended to be for that way, but I was like this: slather it on, cheese, onion, boom.
You know what we've been doing sometimes, just because we buy lunch meat, but we'll get the Omarosa's rolls, we'll get the shredded lettuce, onions, tomatoes, and we'll get the cold cuts, and we'll make our own subs for dinner every now and then.
Now I'm hungry. Sheets run?
Ugh. I'm not leaving the house in this cold.
Oh, come on.
I might be insulated, but I'm not that insulated.
What? Just because it's a feel like minus what? 3, 4? Come on.
It feels like nipples are cutting glass out. That's what it feels like.
According to this, it's 10, but feels like -1.
Ooh, buddy. I think whatever anyone has for Super Bowl is going to be perfectly fine. I mean,
it's just some of our favorites that we would think would be like a good idea for Super Bowls if you're wondering what to have and tired of the same old.
I might suggest cheesesteak sliders.
I'll definitely go with the hot dog burn ends because those got really good.
They look pretty amazing. So,
well, yeah, I sent you a picture of them as this was progressing. So. Well, on that note, that is the end of the good old Super Bowl food, which now I'm hungry for.
Right. Jesus.
Now I'm hungry.
I just lost an eardrum.
What?
Yeah, exactly. It's too late now. Maybe tomorrow I'll play hits when everyone goes to bed.
Come on, it's only 12:15.
Yeah, no. I've been up since like 5. I'm not doing that. And it's going to be worse once I have to wake up early to do work. This was a fun show. I mean, we always have a fun show.
Oh, yeah.
This was a fun show. Let's knock out the 2 plugs that don't have commercials. You can catch me every other week on the Rock and Randy's Pro Wrestling Outlaws podcast, where myself and the other moderators of the Rock and Randy's Pro Wrestling Outlaws Facebook group bring our admin chat to you, the listener. We just dropped a bonus episode today. I was not able to make that recording because that was the night that Logan came home without the cast on finally. So that was a bit more important than recording this bonus episode. And I got to be honest, because I edited it. It was a lot of fun to listen to, and I'm kind of hoping I can make the next one. It was an interview with Corey Danziger from The Burbs, the movie The Burbs. Corey played Tom Hanks' son.
That's a great movie.
You might want to listen to this interview because it was fun. It was Mike, who I mentioned earlier, Chris and Barry. Barry somehow has a connection to Corey, and got him to come on, and they recorded an hour-long interview. So if you look us up, it's going to be under the Rock and Randy's Power Hour name for the bonus episode. It's the Power Hour 1, the Corey Danziger experience, and it was a fun interview. He had a lot of stories to tell. And they asked him about pineapple on pizza.
Oh, jeez.
And they also asked him if Die Hard. They also asked him if Die Hard was a Christmas movie.
And according to Bruce Willis, it's not.
And again, if you listen to our Christmas episode, Barry would tell you why Bruce Willis is fucking wrong.
Well, the fact that pineapple on pizza is always wrong.
We will agree to disagree on that one. I enjoy good Hawaiian pizza every now and then.
Oh, dude, no. Oh, good Lord, no. I can't. I cannot do that.
Which Hawaiian pizza was created by a Greek man in Canada. Let's not forget that.
Just give me a large meat lovers and I'll be happy.
Yeah, you like a pizza.
I like my meat.
As we found out with your your big wieners that you like for your hot dog burnt ends.
Hey, size matters.
I don't know if there are any newer episodes of Broken Kayfabe with Frankie and Ariel. I'd have to double check. But that's always a fun show to listen to as well. That's it for our plugs. Man, I got nothing. Do you have anything before I wrap this up? Because I mean, we could bullshit here for another like 20 minutes.
If not longer.
Yeah. Thank you for joining us for episode 62 of the Not Another Sports Podcast. You can find us online on our Linktree account. That link is in the description of the show. You can click that. That'll take you to all of our social media pages, our store where you can get the NASPOD NASCAR tee, which I think is like the best tee we have. I think it's a great design. The front offices kill fan bases. I had to think there for a second because it's like almost 12:30 as we're finishing this up. But you can check out our store there. You can always feel free to comment or message us. That's why we have social media. You can go to our YouTube page and watch our ugly mugs talk about this show in bite-sized, digestible formats. And you can find us for streaming or download at Anchor.fm, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Stitcher, Podcast Addict, TuneIn, Audible, Pandora,
Everywhere.
Stitcher, iHeartRadio. Yeah, we're everywhere, man. So just don't forget to subscribe, rate, and review. With that, I'm Jason.
I'm David.
And we will talk with you next time.
Have a good one.